Police just wrapping up their initial investigation after an officer was involved in a shooting.
We want to get out to Jill Gallus, who's been on this story for us this morning.
Kaylee and Scott, investigators were out here much of the night looking into this deadly officer-involved shooting. It happened just over the ways here where you see this big white truck. That was not part of the investigation, but just to give you a perspective of where this all happened, over by this mobile home park. Now, if we go to look at some video, we can show you what the scene looked like out here much of the night. Police tell us that the man in the U-Haul, when they made contact with him, he started trying to ram into their unmarked patrol units out here, and that is when two officers fired multiple shots. Now, this man had been on the run, wanted for domestic violence, aggravated assault case. They actually made contact with him up in northern Arizona before, and he was accused of doing a similar thing. Now, I want to introduce you to Sergeant Trent Crump with Phoenix Police. He's going to kind of give us an update.
Well, what we know this morning is that when our officers arrived out here last night, we had information that he was here. He was dumping a U-Haul. We've been looking for him since the beginning of August on some domestic violence-related offenses, one of which he'd even used a vehicle to run his girlfriend off the road and then damage her vehicle quite extensively. He was located in northern Arizona. We understand there was an incident there that we're trying to get more information on from the Department of Public Safety. But when our officers arrived here last night, we had information that from a tip that he was here in a U-Haul trying to dump it. We were told that he was armed and that he wasn't going to go alive. And unfortunately, given his actions, that was the case last night. We had one officer that received minor injury from this and trying to detain him. But ultimately, the suspect was shot and killed here last night after ramming patrol vehicles and driving towards officers.
And suspect still not being identified?
We have identified the suspect. He has extensive prior history with us, including aggravated assaults on a police officer and weapons violations. We are not identifying him at this time, just until we can notify next of kin.
Okay, thank you very much.